The Eastern Pavilion Banqueting Hall, comprising two beautifully decorated modern guest suites with seating capacity for up to 1,100 guests. An ideal choice for engagements, weddings, Mendi parties, exhibitions and seminars. Supported by the latest sound and video technology, air-conditioned and free Wi-Fi. Contact us today and see how we can make your vision a reality. The Eastern Pavilion Banqueting Hall, located on Featherstall Road South, Oldham. A perfect choice for your perfect day.
Welcome to Ramzan Kareem, a beautiful program that we have for you for the blessed month of Ramzan Sharif. What we hope to be able to do through UK24 TV is to give you a community hour. The community hour is about introducing you to those charitable causes, organisations and people who make a real difference in the lives of the people across the UK and beyond. And what we also hope to be able to do is to give you information on health issues, issues of concern. If you have an ailment, maybe you're diabetic or you have a mental health problem, what we hope to be able to do is introduce you to some of the health professionals out there who are working with charities and organisations, maybe attached to your general practice that you go to or to the hospitals. And of course, what we will be doing is listening to you and finding out about the things that you want to be informed about. And through these programmes over the next month or so, we hope to be able to bring you. But of course, we will have a break on a Friday and Saturday. We won't have any programmes scheduled on those 2 days, but the rest of the week, inshallah, we will be joining you with many, many people. Now, I've been very blessed over the years to meet people who bring something very different to our communities. They give their time, they give their efforts, they give their professional life and also their personal life to a cause that they really believe in. Now, when people retire, often they go off golfing, they go sightseeing, they go to different countries. And this also, I hope, spend time with their families. But today I'm going to introduce you to a very special individual who after retirement didn't decide to do any of that, well, not that I know of, but decided to dedicate his life to a charity that he fell in love with and decided to take part in and spread the word of this beautiful cause. I'm going to introduce you to the chairman of Mustafa Trust. Assalamu alaikum. Major General Mustafa, is an honour to have you here. I met you a few days ago. Welcome to the UK.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I believe you started to visit the UK in 2015 after you took your retirement and got involved with Mustafa Trust. But before we talk about the trust, I know you are a retired Lieutenant Major from the Army in Pakistan. What was that like? I mean, tell me about your career and Army life.
I joined the Army in 1973. I was commissioned in 1974, and then I had, alhamdulillah, very illustrious career. I was the third generation in the Army.
From your family?
Yes. My grandfather and my father, and third generation was mine. So I enjoyed, alhamdulillah, my more than 37 years of service with the Army. God has been very kind. I have been rewarded. I was Chief of General Staff in Pakistan Army. I was Corps Commander in Bangla. I served in the Inter-Services Intelligence. I had all the prized postings. I mean, I had a very satisfied career in the army.
37 years is a long time. It's a wonderful service and serving your beautiful country. Tell me about your postings. Was there anything in particular interesting? I mean, I'm sure you can't share everything, but was there? Do you have any specific memories that you'd like to share with the viewers?
I mean, memories are many, but I think the most difficult tenure was my stint, 2.5 year stint as a Director Military Operations Plans, and that was the busiest time that I had. I mean, it was at the cost of family life and everything. And we also had the 2000-2001 standoff with India during that time. So that was a great experience. And then as a Chief of General Staff, we carried out these operations. Sawat operation, which was one of the largest after Second World War, especially the para landings in Dilchar, and also the operation in South Waziristan. So it was really a great experience and a good sense of achievement. The tide of extremism and TTP influence started to reverse from that time, and Alhamdulillah, the army has been successfully doing one operation after another, but the initiation was Sawat operation, and I'm very proud of being part of that.
We are going to take a quick break because we want to bring in some of the comments. We've already got some questions and some people started to send their comments through. We are going to take a quick break. We're going to give people the opportunity to send their comments through and things that they want us to find more about the Trust, and in particular our most honourable guest here. So let's go to a quick commercial break and let's try and get your comments in. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Community Hour during Ramzan Kareem. We hope to be able to, in this beautiful month, we hope to be able to bring you many people and organisations who help to make our lives better. General Saab, we were speaking just before the break about your particular career, around about 37 years, and you talked very passionately about the fact that you were able to partake in many different activities in terms of making that difference. In 2015, was it 2015 that you retired?
No, I retired in 2010.
2010.
And then end of 2011, I joined Fauji Foundation, which is one of the largest corporate group in Pakistan. So I was the managing director of that and chairman of 22 companies being run under that, and that is a 3 years tenure.
And what did they do in that, General Major Saab? What did they do in terms of Fauji Foundation? What's their activities?
Yeah, Fauji Foundation is actually an organization which tries to earn profit through industry and other ventures to be used for the welfare of retired people and their families.
Okay.
So it was a fund that was created in Second World War, by the British. Every officer paid 2 rupees at that time, and the Jesuits paid 1 rupees at that time, and it was for the welfare of people and their families who took part in Second World War.
Okay.
But after the war, 2 years after that, independence came, and there were some funds left. So in 1953, the British government sent 28 million rupees at that time, which was quite a lot, to the Pakistan government. And also they gave a lot of money to the Indians, whatever was their share. And they started using this money for the welfare of retired people and their families. But after 1 year, they realized that out of 28 million, 14 million was already spent. So somebody advised General Ayub Khan at that time that you should put this in some business and earn money out of that business, and then use that for the welfare of the retired people and their families.
So they spoke about investing that money.
Yeah. So they came up with their first project, which was Fauji cereals, which came up in 1956 or 58, and before all these the other brands came up, Fauji cereals was the only morning
breakfast cereal
porridge thing available in Pakistan, and they started earning much more money than what they invested, and slowly they invested more. They had spare money, so they invested in the fertilizers. They invested in gas and petroleum and food. The rest, we also bought Askari Bank during my tenure, and we reverted it from loss making to profit making. So once after 3 year tenure, once I left, Fauji Foundation was paying 122 billion rupees in taxes, one of the biggest taxpayer group, and we had the largest network of healthcare outside the government in Pakistan, in all parts of Pakistan, and also the school in all the far-flung areas as well as the cities.
So, Jonas, are these the 4G hospitals and the dispensaries and all those that we hear about? So when I visit Pakistan, I often hear people saying it's the 4G hospital. Is that what we? The army hospital.
This is managed. No, army hospital is separate.
Okay.
That is run by the standing army.
Okay.
And that is for serving soldiers.
Fine.
And Fauji Foundation hospitals are run by the Fauji Foundation, managed by the Fauji Foundation, and they are for the welfare of retired people and their families.
And do they contribute to that? I mean, do they give something towards it? Is it a subsidiary, or is it totally free for those people?
It's totally free for
totally free. Totally free. So you did that for 3 years and gained lots of experience from there. And what did you decide to do after that?
In fact, just before my retirement, about a year before, I started getting a lot of offers from some corporate groups to join them. Some people said, okay, you don't want to get the pay, please, we'll give you some shares. But I've had number 2 position in the army. I was Chief of General Staff, and then I was as MD Fauji Foundation as a chairman of 22 companies, including a bank and also a university. So I thought I've had enough, and I started thinking, what should I do? During that time, a subordinate of mine, who was my subordinate in 1988, we called him Maulvi. He's presently serving 3-star. So he sent me a message, Hazur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's hadith. Some people came to Hazur and Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and they asked him how much wealth accumulation is okay, jais. And he did not reply directly, but he replied in one sentence, which is the philosophy of complete life. He said, whatever you wear, whatever you eat, and whatever you give with your hands is yours. Rest is, not yours at all.
We are custodians of that wealth.
Yeah. So if you think about it, yes, in the end we go empty-handed. Everything is not yours. Whatever you have eaten, whatever you have worn, whatever you have given with your hand.
And that touched you, didn't it, Jim?
Yes, it started, making me think about it. And then in one of the, I was flying to Bangkok, in fact, not Bangkok, but Kuala Lumpur, for attending a board meeting. We had foreign partners there. And I came across Asia News. And I started reading it and saw a one-page article, Hero Philanthropist of the World.
Okay.
I was very, surprised because there are so many big philanthropists, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and so on and so forth. But this was a 62 years old Taiwanese lady's photograph. So it got me interested and I started reading it. She had donated $370,000 in the last 20 years to 5 different charities. Which the amount is not much.
No.
People give much more than that. But then the story was given, they interviewed her. She lived in one-room house and she was managing a vegetable stall in the Taipei city for the last 20 years. And the person asked him, how are you able to give that much to charity? Your means of business are, not are very frugal. And she said, I need $2 to live for a day. I keep that separately. Rest, whatever I earn, I give for charity. That is the height of qanaat or contentment which Allah can bestow. She was not a Muslim, but I thought that we will find very few examples of such contented people. Maybe people like Edie, there are, but there are very few. And then she also said, I am collecting virtues and not wealth. I don't know when I will die. Another important thing she said, very thought-provoking, is that value of the money lies for the person who needs it. I mean, if you have £100, it can buy the same thing for you and for me or for somebody standing outside. But its value for us is maybe not that much. But if somebody is, let's say, sick, he needs to go to the doctor and he doesn't have money and he gets that £100. The value of the money is same money. The value is very much different for it. If the person is, let's say, hungry for the last 3 days, the value of that money is totally different for it.
Totally different. So it's all relative, isn't it?
It is all relative.
Circumstances,
money is the same. So that started me thinking, and I thought I should do something. God has given me enough in terms of position, in terms of money. So I thought I was thinking of either a school or a medical center for women and children. Then somebody introduced me, and they said that there is a charity in Pakistan, Mustafa Trust, which is running these centers. So you might as well go and have discussion with them. I had their briefings, and I found that they were very professional people. At that time, Ghulam Muhammad was the chairman. It's just coincidental that the trust was named after the Prophet, and my grandfather named me after the Prophet also. And it's all a very well organized structure. I'm here for 5 years or 10 years, whatever Allah grants me, and then someone else will come.
Dr. Sab, you are the chairman. You became the chairman in 2015, is that correct?
Yes, I joined them immediately a weekend after I retired from Fauji Foundation. I joined them as a vice chairman because General Masood Pervez, who was the vice chairman at that time, he was very sick, and later he unfortunately expired also. So, but in September 2015, I took over as chairman, and General Ghulam Muhammad became the patron of our trust.
Jonathan, I was looking through, I mean, there's lots of information here. We've got Mustafa, the Trust annual report from last year. And I was very honoured to actually come along to one of the events, information sharing and fundraising. One of the things I realised very quickly was that a number of the patrons, trustees, they were all from army background. I was looking at the management. You've got lieutenant colonels, you've also got brigadiers, you've got people from different backgrounds. But there is a substantial amount of people who come from the armed forces. Is that a coincidence, or is that something that's
yeah, it's there from the very start. In 1998, once General Ghulam Muhammad thought of making this trust, so 14 of his course mates in various ranks joined him, and there were 2 civilians who joined him. So it has always been military heavy. One reason is that military people, officers, they spend majority of their younger years in the service, and then afterwards, if they don't have family issues or something, they are quite comfortable in terms of getting the pension and all. So, and then because of the linkages, because of the friendship relations that we have, we can also, try and convince them to come towards the side and do something for the next life.
I mean, General Sab, like you said, it's about people that you know and like for like, and finding somebody from your own professional background is often easy. But what does that carry? You spoke about, one of the things that you've said previously as well is that in terms of structure, organisation, professionalism, when people of armed forces or people that have retired from the armed forces are involved in an organisation such as the Al Mustafa Trust, what kind of things do they bring to that mix in terms of their professional background?
One thing, like General Malik, he retired from the army, and then he was for 3 years MD of Mari Petroleum, which is a subsidiary of Fauji Foundation. I was head of the Fauji Foundation, and had that corporate experience also. We had that experience of healthcare sector also, because we were the largest healthcare sector outside the government. The army in general teaches us administration, discipline, care for humanity, and likewise qualities are there in most of us. I'm not saying that it's not there in the civilians, but probably they have their own priorities, and we have some civilians also with us. Our marketing manager is Mr. Muhammad Was, who is a very senior banker who has served with UBL, BCCI, Askari Bank, Alfla, and for the last 10 years he is with us. He's here with my, in my team for the US tour also. Yes. UK tour also. US, we are also registered incidentally in USA. Yeah. So the field is quite open for anybody. Amongst our trustees, I would say about 60% are in the military, and rest are civilians. We also have women representation in our trustees, as well as about one third of our board of director members. Our directors are also women, and they have also been very large donors. One of the women who is our trustee and now our member board of directors, she donated her own house for making a medical center, and then the husband and wife constructed a room in the same house, and they pay monthly rent of that room to the trust, and they are administering that particular medical center also. So
some of these people are some of these people are very heavily involved in the management side as well, and that is something that we're going to go to straight after the break. So we are going to go to a break. I am seeing some of the people that have joined us. We've had Javed, who said an excellent interview. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you more strength and to serve the poor and needy. Many wonderful comments. So continue with those comments. If you've got a particular question here for our General Sahib, then please do send that in. We'll go to a quick commercial break and then we'll come straight after that where we'll continue our program, the Community Hour, during Ramzan Kareem. Assalamu alaikum.
The Eastern Pavilion Banqueting Hall, comprising 2 beautifully decorated modern guest suites with seating capacity for up to 1,100 guests. An ideal choice for engagements, weddings, Mendi parties, exhibitions and seminars. Supported by the latest sound and video technology, air-conditioned and free Wi-Fi. Contact us today and see how we can make your vision a reality. The Eastern Pavilion Banqueting Hall, located on Featherstall Road South, Oldham. A perfect choice for your perfect day.
Welcome back to a special community hour under Ramzan Kareem. Now, General Sahib, we were talking a little bit about the people that are involved in the actual the trust itself. Now, from the information I was looking through, there's an array of different services. You have the medical centres, and then you have the dispensaries, and then the mobile dispensaries. Tell me a little bit about why the fact that you have these 3 different kinds of services in terms, just particularly healthcare.
Basically, healthcare was the main objective for which this trust was created. We have 4 objectives.
Mm-hmm.
First is that we provide free medical care to the poor and needy. You know that people in Pakistan, poor people avoid going to the doctor because of the expenses involved. And in the process, the disease gets aggravated. Or they go to the vets and the disease is again aggravated. So if this healthcare facility is available close to them, they will come free. They will come to the doctor in time and probably they will not need going to the hospitals. Second is that if a person is already sick, we would like the disease to be diagnosed as early as possible. So we have full-fledged laboratories in all our medical centers. The third is that where possible, we provide good professional specialist care to the people, and finally also the health awareness.
And General Sahib, you know, in terms of the staffing, are there people from the military background or are they from civilian background, the doctors and the nurses?
Doctors are mostly from civilian background. There are some retired officers also, especially specialists, who provide their services free of charge. But some of them, like the dental and eye, in the signature centers, they are full-time doctors, civilian doctors, and they are paid. The staff is also mostly civilian, but the nursing staff, especially the male staff, are mostly retired people from the Army Medical Corps.
We are now going to show a video. We've decided what we will do is, I think people need to understand what this beautiful trust is about. Al Mustafa Trust is a charitable trust. It is registered within UK, also registered within USA, and of course within Pakistan itself. So in terms of the administration side of it, it has that credibility and force behind it. Let's go and watch the video, and then we'll continue our conversation with General Saab, who is the chairman of Al Mustafa Trust. Assalamu alaikum.
जिंदगी मुस्कुराती है जब सेहत की खुशियों से सजी हो, और तंदुरुस्ती की नेमत को उस शख्स से बेहतर कौन जान सकता है जो गुर्बत की चक्की में पिस रहा हो और उसे बीमारी की परेशानी आन घेरे। गुर्बत में बीमारी और उसका इलाज किसी बड़ी आजमाइश से कम नहीं। पाकिस्तान जैसे तरक्की पजीर मुल्क में जहां 80% आबादी साफ पानी की सहूलत से महरूम है और 82% को सेहत की बुनियादी सहूलियात ही दस्तयाब नहीं, लोग गुर्बत और वसाइल की कमी के बाइस नीम हकीम, जाली पीर फकीर और अताइयों के पास जाने पर मजबूर हो जाते हैं, जिसके नतीजे में मामूली सी बीमारी भी बिगड़ जाती है या फिर पेचीदा मर्ज की सही तशखीस न होने के बाइस बेशतर मरीज माजूरी का शिकार हो जाते हैं या अपनी जान से हाथ धो बैठते हैं। सरकारी अस्पतालों में डॉक्टरों की कमी, मरीजों का बेपनाह हुजूम और अद्वियात की कमी मरीजों के मुनासिब इलाज के आड़े आ जाती है, तो दूसरी तरफ निजी अस्पताल अपने इंतहाई महंगे इलाज और टेस्टों और अद्वियात की होशरबा कीमतों के बाइस गरीब तो दरकिनार मुतवस्सित तबके की दस्तरस से भी बाहर हैं। किस कदर दुख की बात है कि गुर्बत के बाइस इलाज और अद्वियात की अदम दस्तयाबी की वजह से मुल्क भर में हर रोज ज़चगी के दौरान ख़वातीन की शरह अमवात में इजाफा हो रहा है। हर मिनट में एक मासूम बच्चा किसी मुतअद्दी बीमारी, इसहाल या सांस की तकलीफ के बाइस जान से हाथ धो बैठता है। 4 लाख से जायद बच्चे जिंदगी के पहले ही साल लुक़्मा-ए अजल बन जाते हैं। ज़ियाबितस के दिन ब दिन बढ़ते हुए मरीजों के अलावा हर 1 लाख में से 177 अफराद टीबी के मरीज हैं। अलावा अजीम 34% औरतें ग़िज़ाई क़िल्लत, 65% खून की कमी और 45% बच्चे अनीमिया का भी शिकार हैं और कोई उनका पुरसाने हाल नहीं। गरीब और नादार मरीजों की मायूसियों के इन अंधेरों में अपने हिस्से की शमा जलाए अल मुस्तफा ट्रस्ट गुज़िश्ता 20 साल से मुख्तलिफ अमराज में मुब्तला गरीब मरीजों की एक सच्चे मसीहा की तरह खुलूसे नियत से दस्तगीरी कर रहा है। इंसानी खिदमत के जज्बे से सरशार अल मुस्तफा ट्रस्ट ने अपने सफर का बाकायदा आगाज लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल गुलाम मोहम्मद मलिक रिटायर्ड की ज़ेर क़यादत 5 सितंबर 1998 को किया। हज़रत मोहम्मद मुस्तफ़ा सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के सफ़ाती नाम पर रखे गए इस ट्रस्ट के नस्बुलैन में मुल्क के शहरी और देहाती इलाकों में गरीब और नादार लोगों को सेहत की बुनियादी और मियारी सहूलियात मुफ्त फराहम करना, अच्छे और काबिल स्पेशलिस्ट डॉक्टरों के साथ साथ मर्ज की सही तशखीस के लिए ज़रूरी आलात से लैस लेबॉर्ट्री, एक्सरे, अल्ट्रासाउंड वगैरह की फराहमी और हिफ्ज़ान सेहत और बीमारियों की रोकथाम के मुतल्लिक शऊर बेदार करने के लिए मुख्तलिफ आगाही प्रोग्रामों का इनेकाद शामिल है। अल मुस्तफा ट्रस्ट के तमाम मेडिकल सेंटर्स में निहायत काबिल डॉक्टर्स, नर्सिंग स्टाफ, फार्मेसी, एम्बुलेंस, ईसीजी, अल्ट्रासाउंड, एक्सरे और लेबॉर्ट्री वगैरह की सहूलतें हासिल हैं, जबकि मरकजी सेंटर्स में कल्ब, सीना, जिल्द, अतफाल और ख़वातीन के अमराज बशमूल नफ्सियाती मसाइल के माहिर डॉक्टर्स भी खिदमात सर अंजाम दे रहे हैं। चकलाला रावलपिंडी, DHA लाहौर और कोरंगी कराची में कायम जदीद आलात से लैस ट्रस्ट के इन मरकजी सेंटर्स में आंखों के शोबे में मोतिया के ऑपरेशन भी किए जाते हैं। इन अस्पतालों के डेंटल क्लिनिक और फिजियोथेरेपी के शोबे गरीब मरीजों के लिए किसी नेमत से कम नहीं, जहां सिर्फ मामूली रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस पर दांतों का इंतहाई महंगा इलाज भी होता है। खुसूसी तरबियत याफ्ता और तजर्बाकार स्टाफ फिजियोथेरेपी के जदीद तरीक़े इलाज से मरीजों का इलाज करते हैं, जिनमें अक्सरियत उम्र रसीदा अफराद की होती है। अल मुस्तफा ट्रस्ट की पुरजोश और वलवला अंगेज क़यादत अपने दायरे कार को वुसअत देने में निहायत यकसोई से कोशा रही और 2015 तक मेडिकल सेंटरों की तादाद 12 तक पहुंच गई। इस दौरान चकलाला रावलपिंडी, शीरी जिना कॉलोनी कराची, धंधा शाह बिलावल तलागंग, कामलपुर मूसा अटक, चावली चकवाल, कन्याट खलील गुजर खान, भट्टा चौक लाहौर, गोट हाजी नबी बख्श उमरकोट सिंध, चकसादा गुजरात, लंडी अरबाब पिशावर, न्यू लालाजार रावलपिंडी और सिलावाली सरगोधा में मेडिकल सेंटर्स का कयाम अमल में आया। 2010 में उमरकोट से 24 किलोमीटर दूर गोट हाजी नबी बख्श में कायम होने वाला मेडिकल सेंटर अंदरूने सिंध के दूर अफ्तादा और दही इलाके में गरीब और नादार मरीजों की खिदमत कर रहा है। 2016 में अल मुस्तफा ट्रस्ट ने एक नए अज़्म और जज्बे के साथ अपनी खिदमत का दायरा कार मजीद वसी करना शुरू किया और दूर दराज के इलाकों के मरीजों की सहूलत के लिए मेडिकल सेंटर्स के साथ साथ डिस्पेंसरी और मोबाइल डिस्पेंसरी के कयाम का फैसला किया गया। इस तरह 2017 तक पज्जागई पिशावर, मंदरा रावलपिंडी, बाराकू इस्लामाबाद, महमूदाबाद कराची, ढोकरी खुशाब, जियोड़ा कोहुटा रावलपिंडी, चक 1614L इकबाल नगर साहिवाल, चरड़ DHA लाहौर और कोरंगी कराची में मजीद कायम होने वाले 8 मेडिकल सेंटर्स और मोटा गरबी दीना जिला जेहलम, टोबा टेक सिंह, लावा चकवाल, किला गुजर सिंह लाहौर और बड़ कोहाट में 5 डिस्पेंसरीज और 6 मोबाइल डिस्पेंसरीज के इजाफे के साथ ये तादाद 30 तक पहुंच गई। 22 मार्च 2018 को रेड़ा जिला बाग में अपना पहला मेडिकल सेंटर खोलकर अल मुस्तफा ट्रस्ट ने अपने दायरा कार को आज़ाद कश्मीर तक वुसअत दे दी है। इस सेंटर के अलावा इसी साल 4 मजीद डिस्पेंसरियों का कयाम अमल में आया, जिनमें बग्गा कोटली सतिया रावलपिंडी, वॉल्टन लाहौर, औरंगी कराची और मरजान खारियां शामिल हैं, जबकि कोरंगी कराची सेंटर ने मोबाइल डिस्पेंसरी भी शुरू कर दी। इस तरह ट्रस्ट के ज़ेर इंतज़ाम मुल्क भर में 20 मेडिकल सेंटर बशमूल 3 मरकजी सेंटर्स और 9 डिस्पेंसरीज के वसी नेटवर्क से हर रोज हजारों मरीज शिफायाब हो रहे हैं। इनके अलावा 7 मोबाइल डिस्पेंसरियां 45 पसमानदा और दही इलाकों में जाकर तिब्बी सहूलियात मरीजों की दहलीज पर फराहम कर रही हैं और अल्लाह के फजलो करम से दिन ब दिन ये सिलसिला फैलता जा रहा है। अलावा अज़ीं मुख्तलिफ सेंटर्स के ज़ेर एहतमाम फ्री मेडिकल कैंप लोगों को तिब्बी सहूलियात फराहम करने के साथ साथ इनमें हिफ्ज़ान सेहत के मुतालिक शऊर भी उजागर करते हैं। ट्रस्ट की काबिल सताइश खिदमात के एतराफ में वजारत सेहत ने कुछ मराकज़ को टीबी सेंटर का दर्जा दे दिया है, जहां हर साल 100 से ज़ायद टीबी के मरीजों का मुफ्त इलाज किया जाता है, जबकि बेशतर मराकज़ में बच्चों को मुफ्त हिफाजती टीके भी लगाए जाते हैं। पीने के साफ पानी की अहमियत के मद्देनजर तकरीबन तमाम तिब्बी मराकज़ में वाटर फिल्ट्रेशन और आरओ प्लांट्स का कयाम भी अल मुस्तफा ट्रस्ट की अहम खिदमात में नुमाया हैसियत रखता है, जिनसे न सिर्फ मरीज बल्कि कुर्बो जवार की आबादी भी मुस्तफीद होती है। मुल्क भर में अपनी खिदमात को वुसअत देने और दायरा कार को बढ़ाने की गर्ज से अल मुस्तफा ट्रस्ट पाकिस्तान और बैरून मुल्क मुकीम मुखय्यर हजरात के साथ मुसलसल राब्ते में रहता है, जिनके फराग दिलाना अतियात से ट्रस्ट के तमाम अखराजात पूरे किए जाते हैं। अपनी माली मामलात में शफाफियत को यकीनी बनाने के लिए ट्रस्ट के वसूल शुदा फंड्स का ऑडिट बैनुल अक़वामी शोहरत याफ्ता ऑडिट फर्मों से करवाया जाता है। हुकूमत पाकिस्तान का इदारा पाकिस्तान काउंसिल ऑफ फिलैंथ्रोपी हर 3 साल बाद ट्रस्ट के नज़्म नस्क की निहायत जामे इंस्पेक्शन और ऑडिट करता है, जिसमें ट्रस्ट की काबिल रश कारकर्दगी को बेहद सराहा गया है। बैनुल अक़वामी सतह पर भी अल मुस्तफ़ा ट्रस्ट की मियारी खिदमात के एतराफ़ में 2005 में बरतानिया और 2016 में अमरीका में इस इदारे को बतौर चैरिटी ट्रस्ट रजिस्टर किया गया। ट्रस्ट की सीनियर इंतजामिया बशमूल चेयरमैन और दीगर तमाम अफसरान खिदमत खल्क के जज्बे के तहत महज रज़ाए इलाही के हुसूल की खातिर अपनी खिदमात बिला मुआवजा अंजाम देते हैं। अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त हमारी और आप सबकी इन काविशों में खैर बरकत अता करे और पाकिस्तान के नादार मरीजों की दिल से निकली हुई दुआओं को हम सब के लिए तोशाए आखिरत और बख्शिश व निजात का जरिया बनाए।
शुक्र नहीं मरीज नाले फालज पाया, दवाई अच्छी देने 2-4 दाड़े दवाई गिन गया तो वल गुजर गए।
अल मुस्तफ़ा ट्रस्ट हर लम्हा सरगर्मे अमल है ताकि तंदुरुस्ती की नेमत हर एक घर तक पहुँचे, सेहत की खुशियाँ उन लोगों तक भी पहुँचे जो जिंदगी की दौड़ में चंद कदम पीछे हैं। आइए हमारे साथ मिलकर इन जरूरतमंदों का हाथ थामे, मुश्किल वक्त को इनके लिए आसान बनाएं और एक सेहतमंद जिंदगी की बुनियाद रखने में अपना हिस्सा डालें ताकि हर चेहरे पर बिखरी मुस्कुराहट से बने एक मुस्कुराता पाकिस्तान।
Welcome and welcome back to Ramzan Kareem, a community hour. We give you the opportunity to meet those individuals who are making a real difference in our communities. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Before the break, we were talking about the structures of the organisation, and you were giving us some information there. The board itself has a healthy, in terms of representation of male, female, people from the armed forces who are like-minded people who want to make a difference, and also civilians. Can you tell me a little bit more about some of the people, other than the army personnel, who are part of this board?
Yeah, before I talk about the board, let me talk about the structure a little bit, because I didn't give you the details.
Yes.
Till 2014, we only had medical centers. And until 2014, we had just 11 medical centers. And we were insisting that we should have a good piece of land and a proper building with labs and other facilities and patient rooms, etc., etc. But then with my experience of Fauji Foundation, I came in 2015, I discussed with the board that we must increase our outreach. Our basic purpose is to reach out to the maximum people.
To the rural areas.
To the rural areas, maximum people. If we insist on large medical centers, it would be difficult because there is a realization of real estate values also. So we were excluding a large scale of donors who would like to donate smaller facilities. So if the purpose is to reach out to maximum people, we should have a structure where we have medical centers and then dispensaries, where we don't have the lab, but people can be directed towards the lab. And then out of these medical centers and dispensaries, we run medical mobile dispensaries, which go out according to the pre-scheduled programs to different localities.
And how far do they go into those rural areas? I mean, we know that depending upon where you are in Pakistan, and now you've also stretched to Azad Kashmir, we'll talk about that as well, that some of those areas, I mean, for miles and miles, there's no health facility, dispensary, nothing is there for them.
Yeah. So one mobile can probably visit 6 stations in a week. They visit 2 stations per day, and according to given program, after 3 days they visit the same station, and the medicine can be changed, or same medicine can be given. So with this structure, we have now 38 facilities throughout Pakistan, and our beneficiaries' strength from 2,42,000 in 2015 has reached close to 7 lakh. So we have, increased about threefold. And Alhamdulillah, our services are there from Karachi, Umarkot to Bishar. And we are very glad that last year we also initiated our first project in Bagh, Azad Kashmir. The person, again a retired lieutenant colonel, he donated his land and he wanted it to start immediately. So he got 4 of his shops vacated and the center started functioning there. And now the building is almost complete. It's in finishing stage. And from our website, I'd say that your viewers should find out the locations close to them, or once they visit Pakistan, or once some of their relatives can be asked to visit us, and they'll see the kind of work that we are doing. They're most welcome.
I mean, as you said,
as far as the come to the board.
Yes.
In the board we have first it is the board of Council of Trustees, who have donated us facilities, money, time, or both. They act as the shareholders, or they are the stakeholders. They elect the board of directors. In our board of directors, in addition to the retired army officers, we have a grade 22 retired secretary, Mr. Akbar Hayat Gandapur. We also have Mia Muhammad Javed Saab, who was the chairman of PTA. We have Dr. Khawar Saeed Jamali, who is currently the Pro Vice Chancellor of Dow Medical University. And we also have 5 ladies in that board. So we have a representation of everybody. And then below the board of directors, we have board of management, which consists of all the project directors. They ensure that the policies are followed and the resources are used judiciously. Then we have the local management committees. That is the strength of our success so far, because they consist of people of the area. They are not necessarily army people, but they know that what benefit this center is, our facilities bringing to their area. So there is a sense of ownership and participation. And this is the reason for the last 20 years none of our facility is closed.
I mean, I was going to bring you to that in terms of facilities, and any of them closed, and you just confirmed none of them have. Do you believe that it is the local element of it, the local management committees, that ensure that a project that is started, it fulfills the criteria, and then it's ensuring that it's sustainability of the project?
Yeah, anybody who wants to join us, and people join us, like I joined this organization basically for the sake of continuity and what after me. So once people join us and they show the willingness that they're going to make a facility, we ask them 2-3 questions. We say, okay, who is going to look after the center after you? I mean, if somebody is, let's say, here in UK, and they say, okay, we want to make a center in Mirpur, we'll say, okay, who will look after that? Who is going to be our contact person? Who is going to give us the feedback? And then we would also like and go and see the area and meet the people who are willing to become the part of management committee, because they are going to give us the feedback how the center is running, whether the medicines are not being sold, or how the dispenser and doctors are treating the patients. For us, sitting in Pindi, although we have made our regional director's office in Lahore for Punjab and in Karachi for Sindh, but still those people who have donated the facility, they are the stakeholders. They are interested in it being run efficiently.
Do you understand what's the difference between somebody being involved in ensuring things happen properly and interfering? Because one element is if someone gives a piece of land, if I give a piece of land, then I might want only my family members or people that are close, or I may have my own wish list. How can the trust ensure that it's for the whole community and it goes along with the ethos and the vision behind Al Mustafa Trust?
Yeah, fortunately, we have not had that problem so far. Actually, anybody, except if somebody is doing it for political purposes or something, everybody wants that it should be used by maximum people. They want for kare khair, sawab, and for life hereafter, whether for their own sake or for their parents or anyone else. So they would like maximum people to benefit from it. And they are part of the management committee. The main person becomes our trustee. They come and attend the executive committee meetings every 3 months. They give the suggestions, but they have to follow our policies. And we provide equipment to all these centers. We provide medicines to all these centers. We vet the qualifications of the doctors and the staff. And if they do that, the other thing is that once they donate this particular facility, the land is transferred to our name.
And that is a very important aspect of this, isn't it?
So, any sort of blackmailing or that kind of behavior is not possible. But we have had no complaints so far. We have had no complaints.
Someone has a piece of land and they wish to do something with that piece of land, and they can see that there's a need for this kind of facility. What do they do? What's the first port of call? If someone's watching, I know that lots of viewers will be watching out there, and you are going to be visiting some other cities. I think you're in Birmingham on Friday. If somebody has a piece of land and they think, right, I want to do something for the hereafter, it is my piece of land, how do they get in touch with you? What do they need to do?
We have our contact points on the website, and I'm sure you can run our contact numbers here also. So they can get in touch with us. We have lot many offers that come and that don't materialize. The first thing is that the land has to be transferred in our name. But before that, we do send our team. We see the area. We see how much beneficiaries are likely to be there, and we also see the possibility of having a good management committee. Once we agree to that, then we say, okay, now please construct the building. We have maps for medical centers as well as dispensaries. People can sponsor the existing medical centers and dispensaries also if they just have money. And so,
how many centers do we have across Pakistan?
We have presently 20 centers and medical dispensaries and mobile clinics, including. Then we have 38. The mobile clinics visit 45 stations, so we are providing service at 75 locations throughout the country.
I was looking at in terms of facilities, and so one of the things that I've come across is the physiotherapy. That is something that's quite new, but it's been welcomed and made good use of, hasn't it? It is something as a concept. Those people that can afford it obviously will know about it. But within the sort of rural areas and even in the urban areas, do people actually understand the benefits of physiotherapy?
Yeah, they do. I mean, this is something which the poor people can't think of. Our first physiotherapy center was started with the assistance of Government of Japan in Chaksada, which is 20 kilometers from Gujarat. Now we have 4. We have a physiotherapy center in Pindi, in Lahore, and also in Karachi. Now physiotherapy is also one of the disciplines. They have got a 5-year course. They are doctors. They are called doctors of physiotherapy, and it's very important because for all the pains and all people who are suffering from stroke or paralysis, they have nowhere to go.
I mean, post-operative care, some physiotherapy comes into that area, doesn't it? So someone that's, like you said, that may have had surgery or an ailment or say suffered from a stroke, that kind of therapy is probably more important than anything else, isn't it?
Yes, it is post-operative also, but not necessarily post-operative. You have aches and pains, you have backache, and you haven't gone through the procedure, the surgical procedure. You have paralysis. I mean, you don't get operated for paralysis, but with the physiotherapy, the quality of life can improve.
Yes.
And this is something which is catching up very quickly. The number of beneficiaries has increased exponentially because people don't have, especially the poor people. In fact, the importance of or significance of physiotherapy is not understood overall in Pakistan, but in the rest of the world it is an important area of rehabilitation. So a lot of people come to us. I may talk about our three main signature centers. Like in Rawalpindi, we have 16 specialists, and the quality of specialists is very high. Retired Lieutenant General, retired Major General, old doctors with very high experience and qualifications. We have free dental care there. We have free eye care. Cataract operations are carried out there. Physiotherapy center. We also have a homeopath clinic there. Average patients are around 400. In Lahore, we started 2 years ago. They have all these facilities, state-of-the-art eye and dental facilities. Also physiotherapy center, homeopath clinic, aquapuncture. They also are now getting into an agreement with Karshi Dawakhana people, and they will sponsor a Hakim.
So alternative therapy,
alternative
something
medicine,
that was available in the villages there is now recognized as something that...
Yeah, it will be a matter of choice. If somebody wants to visit a Hakim or homeopath or aquapuncture, he can do so. So there we have about 450 to 500 patients. In Karachi, we have a big center in Korangi, close to Got Ibrahim Haidari. And we just opened it last year, and it has already reached a figure of 600 patients per day. Now we have to hire more medical staff and run 2 shifts. I've already told them to arrange for 2 shifts because we are thinking that within a year the patients' number will reach around 1,000 per day.
Mustafa, I wanted to ask about in terms of trauma centres, and one of the issues that has come across, especially within the rural areas, is that by the time they actually get to a hospital or they can get the facilities, that they've lost the limb or something that perhaps could have been avoided was not avoided. What is the plan in terms of specialist trauma centres within the trust?
Actually, this is a requirement, but if we were to run hospitals, full-fledged hospitals, we would require 3 shifts of staffs, and that facility will require much more attention. And we can probably run 3, 4, 5, but we can't run it throughout the country. Our objective is to keep the patients out of the hospital, as many as possible. But those who are sick, another thing is that in our almost all our medical centers in the rural areas, like Umarkot, like Chawali, like Kanyat Khalil, we have provided accommodation to the doctor and the staff as an incentive.
Attached to the actual building.
Yeah. So they are available 24 hours, or if there is an emergency case, they can attend to it immediately, and the doctors can decide, okay, take him there. So the ambulance is available, they will take them to the hospitals, and we have got MOUs with certain hospitals also.
Finally, I wanted to ask about telemedicine. I know that's something that you mentioned during your talk a few days ago. And through these programs, we'll be talking more about. There are specialist teams out there who are developing apps, developing technology that ensures that the services are provided to the patient as fast as possible. How do you envisage the Trust working with different organisations?
We have got offers from different people, and some of our friends here in UK have also offered the assistance. Some doctors have agreed to do it voluntarily. And telemedicine is a field which is growing with passage of time, and it's a low-cost option. We are already working on this. We have tried with 2 of our centers to connect them to Rawalpindi. But in our rural areas, so far there is an issue of bandwidth availability. We think that the way this mobile technology is growing, this bandwidth issue will be resolved within the next 1 to 3 years. And as it gets resolved, more and more centers will be linked with the central signature centers, because it is difficult to employ specialists in the rural areas. Obviously, they have their own quality of life issues and also children education and rest. But they are willing to give time in the cities. And here in UK also people are willing to give time. So hopefully in the near future we should be making some progress on telemedicine. It's the most economical way of providing specialist care.
Jonathan, finally, I know that the trust has been running for more than 20 years, alhamdulillah. You've joined it recently in the last years. What's the vision for the next 20 years? Where do you see it going?
My vision is that it should be there in every, first in every district and then in every tehsil. And I thought that it should emulate the Eidi Trust, which has presence all over Pakistan. We should be there. And as we find more partners, we keep on increasing our area, and we have already expanded 3 times in the last 3 years.
Mashallah, yes.
And if the same speed grows, and we find people who also give donations for the operating expenditures, because obviously everything is at a cost. Once I joined the trust, we had a budget of 6 crores per annum. Now we are reaching about 15 crores. So much more money is required. Although I may emphasize here that the management cost is zero.
Yes.
Everybody actually donates something. In addition to the time, everybody donates whatever he can. But if the fund situation allows, I feel as your signature grows, more and more people come and join you for this noble cause. And if the same attitude of people continues, we will continue our growth, inshallah. And we will be there in every nook and corner of Pakistan.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, General. Thank you. It's been an honour to have you in the studio.
Thank you, sister.
Here we are, Al Mustafa Trust, a wonderful organisation which brings people from the military, armed forces, civilians, professionals, people who believe in the true sense of communities and supporting those people who are needy of those services. In this beautiful month of Ramzan Sharif, what we hope to be able to do is introduce you to some of those great individuals out there who not only donate their time and efforts, donate their passion and sacrifice not just their time and effort, but sacrifice many of the personal things that we talk about. When people retire or people decide to move on in life and move on to a different field, maybe take a rest. We look across to our grandparents and parents and we think that they spent 40, 50 years within a professional life and we think that they're going to slow down. Then we come across those individuals who don't do that. In fact, what they do, they spur us on and they remind us that every moment that we have, every second that we have to spare, what we must do is not just think about here, but think about the hereafter. And just as General Sahaba said, inspiring those people. We're not talking about the big billionaires, philanthropists who give millions and thousands and millions, and alhamdulillah, we talk about those that give a share of their life and their wealth, because it is something that we are custodians of and we must remember to do that. So continue those efforts that you make out there, and as always, as I say at the end of the program, look after yourself, because in looking after yourself we look after each other. Inshallah, I'll see you very soon. Assalamu alaikum.